It is a long process with no guarantee of succeeding. With Ukraine and Moldova embarking on the lengthy road to becoming EU members, they're in for years of negotiations. For Croatia, the last country to enter the EU, the process took 8 years. But last week, Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukraine is ready.
The European Union has approved a negotiation framework for Ukraine. We fought for this at multiple levels. This framework sets the format and procedures for our country to negotiate joining.
Like the 8 other countries applying for membership, Ukraine and Moldova must now prove they meet a number of criteria. First, politically, they must have stable institutions that guarantee democracy, rule of law, and human rights, including the protection of minorities. And here, Ukraine faces an uphill battle, for it is ranked as the most corrupt nation in Europe, according to Transparency International. Brussels has also requested that Kyiv better integrate its Hungarian minority. The second challenge is economic. Ukraine must prove it has a viable and functioning economy with the capacity to cope with EU competition and market forces. And finally, the third component is proving that the nation is able to implement the political, economic, and monetary obligations set by the Union. Already an arduous years-long process, the war in Ukraine further complicates membership and begs the question whether each nation in the 27-member bloc will one day be ready to welcome the war-torn country. An agricultural powerhouse, Ukraine has much to offer the EU. But even if the war ends, reconstruction could also weigh heavy on its budget. Such questions and terms are a long way off, though. For now, Moldova and Ukraine must begin the process of dozens of institutional and legal reforms as they continue on their path away from Russian influence and towards acceptance in the European Union.